What we understand, there may still be hostages within the school at Columbine High School. No one has been arrested at this point. We're thinking 2, maybe 3 young men wearing black trench coats and masks came into school and began firing. And we're hoping to hear more about the hostages. We saw 15 to 20 young people released a short time ago. You know, as the victims.
I think what Columbine means is when people come together, when there's hardship, when there's tragedy, Columbine represents it's a symbol of what could happen when people come together and love something and are determined to make it stronger than what it was before. And I truly believe that's what Columbine means 22 years after that horrific day of April 20th, 1999. People were determined to make sure that Columbine was rebuilt stronger than it was before. They were determined because they loved this place and they believed in it. And you know, today, I think 22 years later, 23 years later, it is stronger than what it was before because of the people who stood by it, who stood together, who were determined to make sure that good conquered over evil. Columbine is family. I mean, organizations say that, other schools say that. It means something different at Columbine High School. And I think that's what I have felt over the last, it's what I felt the first week I was here. It's what I felt ever since. People love this place. It's a love and a bond that creates a family together. When I took this job as principal, one of the things that was really important to me was not to lose the culture of the school. I think the culture of this place is what makes it unique. It makes it special. You know, that love of the school, the togetherness, the family environment, having something for every kid, the sense of belonging, the sense of pride that goes along with being a part of this place. That is something that I needed to make sure that I carried on. I felt responsible for it. Fortunately, when we surveyed our students recently, those words kept popping up: family, belonging, pride, supportive. Reading through that, I knew that we hadn't lost it. I don't see Columbine losing that because of the love that permeates through this place, and the people that are here, the people that make up this place, the staff. I don't see that going away because they love it, and they're going to make sure that culture remains in the school because they're so proud of it and they know it's so important and so unique.
My name is Tom Tonelli. I am a teacher at Columbine High School, and I've been here for 27 years. And teaching has worked out just to be an incredible career and just incredibly rewarding, and I'm so grateful for it. So that's kind of how I got into it. And ended up at Columbine High School because being a graduate from here, I knew a lot of my former teachers and was really close with them. And so when student teaching rolled around, I said, hey, can I student teach? And the guy's name was Chuck Herring. He was my former AP history teacher, and I ended up student teaching for him. And the next year there was a placement, and so it worked out perfect. I teach with all my best friends. I work for a guy who I respect so much, and then the best part of all of it is that I get to have 150 different kids in my class every single day. And again, I don't know if you can pick it up from the thing, that those kids are all over this wall. And so the thing I like best is just the relationships, the deep and meaningful and lasting relationships that have been developed through this job, which is something I could have never, ever foreseen. I would have never thought it'd be like it is in this way. So when sometimes people say, should somebody go into teaching? I'm like, absolutely. It's such a great career. It's like nothing else. It's been a job where I feel like I've been rewarded a lot with the relationships that have been built between myself and kids. And so that, I think, has always come pretty naturally in terms of just the classroom environment and a mutual respect for one another. Because I am very, very appreciative of what kids have done in my own life and the influence they've had. So, I guess if you had to sum it up in one word, and I know it's kind of cliche, but it's family. And just like any family, there's going to be problems, you know what I mean? And just like any family, there's going to be disagreements and there's differences, and that's what makes it great. And so, or one of the things that makes it great. But overcoming those differences is also one of the things that makes us a special place. You feel like you're going to impart wisdom every single day upon children and give them these jewels, and they're going to live by these jewels, and you're going to have this tremendous influence. And what I have truly found in the 27 years I've done this is that I have been impacted and influenced far more than I ever thought by 16 and 17 and 18-year-old kids who are doing incredible things and have witnessed some pretty tough times and overcome some pretty tough things. And so hopefully the truths that we convey in this classroom are some of the jewels of the wisdom that students have imparted on me or events have imparted on me. I always say to my kids that are in sociology, I say, look, if you marry the right person and you pick a job or a career that you love and you live for something beyond yourself, I think those are three things that not only I think, but data shows is going to directly impact your level of happiness in your life. If you can do those three things, then that's pretty amazing. I think more than anything else, I'd want kids to know too that like their life has value, that their life has a purpose. And so if people understand that there's a reason why they're here and there's a reason why they're in the spot that they're in, then I think it gives everything a deeper meaning. So I would certainly hope that I would convey that to kids. And I would also hope that I convey it to people that they're valued, every single day.
So my name is Christopher Welsh. I'm a social studies teacher at Columbine High School. This is my 15th year full-time in the building, 17th year altogether. There wasn't any choice but to teach at Columbine. It wasn't even like I had to make a conscious decision. It seemed natural. Before my definitive tenure as a full-time teacher, and actually even before my gig as a in-school suspension and detention instructor, I subbed at other schools, and they just felt like schools. What I love about Columbine High School is it doesn't feel so much like a school as it does home. The relationship that you feel between yourself and the students, between the students and each other, between the teachers and the administration with the students, this multi-sided dynamic is considerably tighter, more close-knit than any high school I've ever been a part of in my life. Part of what it is to be a rebel now is I think to not just feel a sense of belonging with the core of the community, but to accept those who live on the periphery more so than I think has been the case in some time. To emphasize and appreciate difference is, I think, what makes this high school quite a bit different than most. I would hope that my students come in August and then leave in May with a different perception of what academics can be, what high school can be, and what their relationship with teachers can be.